safety and information video for this coming weekend's Great Adventure Challenge down in the Royal National Park. Before we get started, I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional custodians upon whose land we will be meeting and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. A few things I want to go over quickly in this video just to help make sure that you're aware of them prior to Saturday. If you still have any questions regarding the event, the best thing to do is make sure you have a good read of the event program that was emailed out. It's also available on the latest news section of the website. Any questions you have regarding the event are more than likely covered in the event. There are a few safety things I want to go over, so I won't take up too much of your time, but please pay attention to them. Firstly, and possibly most importantly for this coming weekend's event, is that roads are not closed. That means that any road you are travelling along or road that you are crossing can and will have traffic travelling along them. You need to give way to cars. The cars will not stop and give way to you. So whenever you are travelling alongside a road, make sure you are in single file, off to the left, making use of any footpath or verge if there is one. When you are crossing roads, making sure you're stopping, looking both directions, and making sure it is safe to cross before you do so. If there are any traffic controllers or marshals at those locations as well, please pay attention to their directions. They are there for your safety. If you do get into any difficulty out on course, your first point of call is of course going to be your teammates who are out there with you. There are also some emergency contact phone numbers listed on the map and on the course description for the event, so you can give us a call if you need further assistance and we can initiate the appropriate first aid response for you. That's why it's important to keep that one mobile phone for your team on the course at all times, so make sure you do that. On the mountain bike legs on Saturday, there is some short sections where the riding can be a bit technical. Have a look at the course setter's notes on your course description for those areas in particular that we've highlighted. But when you're around the course overall, if you come across anything that is a bit outside of your ability, stop, slow down and get off if needed and walk for that small section. They'll only be very short, but for those of you that aren't as confident mountain biking, there might be some sections where you need to get off and walk. Predominantly, the course is on trails that are really fun to ride. There are some nice windy, narrow single tracks that will put a smile on your face as you hunt down those elusive checkpoints. There has been some rain down near the Royal and in the Royal National Park over the last week or so. There was a few puddles when we were out course marking, but nothing too dramatic. On the run legs as well on Saturday, make sure you're watching your footing. There are heaps of trip hazards and things that can catch you out, so make sure you're watching your footing. Any sort of creek crossings, things like that where it could be a bit slippery on the rocks, pay attention to your footing when doing that as well and take care. Finally, on the kayaking legs, make sure that all team members must be wearing a life jacket, PFD, when out on the kayaking legs. Make sure your race bib as well goes over the top of your PFD as well. We ask that you carry the kayaks to and from the launch point on the water. Please do not drag the kayaks. That does damage them. You are in a team of 4 when doing the kayaking, so there's plenty of people there to help move those kayaks into the water. We also need to make sure that you take your mandatory gear with you on the kayaks. There has been instances in other events, especially if there's an out and back kayak leg, where teams will leave their mandatory gear on the bank and not take it with them. That needs to be with you at all times. Also with the kayaking legs, make sure you're wearing shoes whenever you're in the kayaks. Your feet will get wet in the kayaks. Luckily for this course, the kayak leg is towards the end, so you won't be in wet shoes for long, but make sure you're wearing shoes when you are kayaking. Make sure that you and your team are carrying plenty of water on the course. You could be out there for quite a period of time, and even when the weather is cooler, you really need to keep that hydration up. So make sure your team is carrying plenty of water when out on course. They're the main safety things I wanted to go over. As I promised, it won't be too long. We've got a really exciting course for you. We had a lot of fun putting the course out earlier this week for you, and looking forward to seeing you all down at Audley to support the terrific work of Starlight Children's Foundation. Enjoy the last couple of days of rest and relaxation before the big day, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thanks very much.